Hey everyone, Xavier here with Restora Funding, and for today's mini course, we're going to keep this pretty quick and clean. We just want to kind of take home the importance of personal credit and dive into the FICO score a little bit more and actually do a step-by-step walkthrough on how you can understand your FICO score. So let's just jump right in. Again, the FICO score is what lenders are going to pull. This isn't the Vantage score, right? We want the FICO score. And you can actually get this by accessing My Score IQ. Now, we're leaving a link for a $1 7-day trial to My Score IQ in the caption of this video. So definitely click that link and sign up as soon as you're able to so that you can actually review your FICO score and see what these banks are going to be looking at. Now, one of our recent clients was generous enough to allow us to use their FICO score as an example here today. And we can see here diving in, this is downloaded directly as a PDF from My Score IQ, that this individual's TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax scores are all good, very good, above 720, right? Really good credit scores here. This person's, so far, looking about ready for funding, right? Really strong credit. And so let's just scroll down here. Below is an overview of your present and past credit status, open and closed accounts, and balance information. So this is a good thing to look at. This individual has about 22 open accounts, or 22 accounts in total, about 19 that are currently open, and a few that are closed. Some of this information is going to differ a little bit on Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. 21, 2, 3, 1, 22 on here. Not really too big of a deal. What you really want to look at is making sure that you have a good number here. 19 is quite a lot. So if you remember in the last video, we talked about having a diverse credit report. Well, this person has a lot of current open accounts, right? So this is a good thing. This shows that they're wielding a large amount of debt over a different variety of lending products on their personal credit. And the banks are going to see that, and usually they're going to like that. So another thing we see here is that they have no delinquent, derogatory, or collections. So things like late payments are going to show up as 1 or 2 or 10, however many you have on delinquent and derogatory accounts. And if you have any collections or charge-offs that My Score IQ is picking up on your FICO score, you're going to see that here as a number, collection, right? You might see it on TransUnion, you might see it on Experian, maybe not on Equifax. You really want to be looking at these things to make sure that you have a clean credit report, because if you don't, you're going to want to talk about next steps with us, right? We can see here that this client has overall balances of about $133,000. They're paying about around $2,000 roughly in monthly payments, and in the past 2 years, they have 6 inquiries on TransUnion, 1 on Experian, and 5 on Equifax, right? So you can see your inquiry breakdown over the past 2 years here, and these are very likely going to be pretty much different every time, right? Because some of these banks only pull Experian, some of them only pull TransUnion, some of them pull 2 or 3 bureaus. It's going to vary a lot. And if we scroll down, you're going to be able to view your account history. So Department of Education, this is a student loan. Let's just kind of walk through understanding these. We don't need to worry about account number, account type, and account type detail. This is good stuff. Okay, installment loans, installment accounts, these are loans of some sort on the personal credit. We can see here that this is actually an educational loan, so a student loan. Account status is important. We can see that it's open. The bureau code, individual. This means that you own the account if you're the individual, okay? So he owns these student loans. They're currently active and open, and still owes a balance of about $2.2 thousand on them. Monthly payments at this time were actually off because of the student loan deferment, and it was opened in 2015. Okay, so date opened, we can see the history of your account here. Paying or paid as agreed. And down here for any of these accounts, you're going to be able to see your payment history over the last 2 years. So if it says okay, that means you're all good. You made your payment on time. If it says 30, 60, or 90, that means you had a late payment that was either 30, 60, or 90 days late. And if it says CO, that means that you have a collection or a charge-off on this account. So definitely make sure these all say okay. And if they don't, email us at service@restorafunding.com. Department of Education, another student loan. Another one. Department of Education. So this NELN, whoever this lender is, he has quite a lot of student loans on there. $10,000, right? That's probably where most of his debt is coming from. Digital Federal Credit Union. So this is an unsecured loan. Looks like a personal loan, individual account. So he got this personal loan. It's pretty recent, May 8th, 2023. So it looks like so far he has quite a few recently open accounts in the last year. Not necessarily a bad thing as long as there's not like too many in the last couple months. I think this client is fine so far at least. And looks like he was given about $8,000 that he just recently started paying down since the time that we downloaded this from My Score IQ. Yeah, pretty recent, right? So another student loan. Lightstream. This is a great personal loan right here. Lightstream personal loan. Typically pretty low interest. Not too hard to get if you know what you're doing. This client got about $15,000 and is currently paying it down. Got it about April, so still pretty recent. And we can see here that it's individual, right? So he's the owner of this account, and all the payments are okay. So good stuff so far. A few personal loans, a few educational loans. Ooh, right here, Navy Federal Credit Union, we have an auto loan under account type detail. So now we have an auto loan, a student loan, well, a bunch of student loans, and a couple personal loans, right? So very diverse credit report so far. We can see that this is open. He's the owner. Given about $30,000 on this auto loan. Currently paying it down, and again, it's pretty recent. Yeah, pretty recent. Another personal loan, open. Ooh, got about $24,000 on this one. Not bad. Another auto loan. This one's from Sun East Federal Credit Union. Auto loan. He's the owner. All the payments are good. This one's a little older, so it looks like it's from December 2021. Yep, 12/10/2021 was the date it opened. Another student loan. This one's from U.S. Department of Education, so a different lender. Affirm. This is another personal loan. And sometimes these aren't going to show up on all three credit bureaus. That's all right. We're not going to worry about that. This one's interesting because it's closed, right? So this was opened about 2 years ago. It was closed. It was for about a 1-year term. And looks like he was only given about $721 on it. So looks like he used it for a bit and actually just paid it off and closed it out a little early. Another personal loan. This one's closed, just like the last one. So lots of personal loans so far, lots of student loans, lots of auto loans. This one's closed as well. This was opened in 2019, did his thing, closed it out. Amex. Ooh, this is a good one. American Express. We love American Express here. This is a revolving account. Now, when we talk about having at least 3 personal credit cards under your belt, we mean revolving accounts, okay? A revolving account affects your utilization. So we see here that this is a $20,000 limit on this credit card. And his utilization, he owes about $1,300 on it, 1.3K about. And so it looks like Experian hasn't reported yet. It looks like he owed a little bit more not long ago, but just paid it down. His utilization is low because 25% of $20,000 being the credit limit is about $5,000, and he's well under $5,000 still. So really doing a good job here. One thing I want you all to notice is that this says authorized account or authorized user by the bureau code. This could be like his parents' account or a friend or a sibling or maybe a company that signed him on as an authorized user. But basically, this is actually someone else's American Express card that he's authorized to spend on and run transactions through. And because of that, this card is actually reporting to his personal credit. And that credit limit is really good for him, really helping him out here. So it was added on pretty recently. Discover Bank, again, revolving credit card. So this is another credit card. And this is actually going to count towards his total of 3 because this is an individual account. So he owns this credit card. got a $10,000 limit, owes $3,000. That's 30% utilization. Okay, that's over the 25%. Now, different opinions on this. In my opinion, I would pay that down at least another like $500 before applying for business credit and allowing that to report. But that's just my way of doing things, and that's the way I would recommend doing it just to stay safe. The utilization on this one's a little bit high, but it's a good credit limit. Discover's a good bank, and it's his own account, and it's revolving. Okay, good payments made on here. Discover Bank, revolving credit card, another authorized user here. Really good credit limit here. Nice low balance on there, so that's helping him out too. Navy Federal, credit card, revolving, individual, so he owns this one. Got a few credit cards, has about a $500 credit limit on that, so a little low, and it's pretty new. He's only made a few payments on it, but it's a revolving account, and that's going to help him out a little bit. Okay, Univest, this is only showing on TransUnion, nothing to worry about there. And finally, we get down to the inquiries. Okay, so as we can see here, he's got a lot of inquiries that are recent, right? Truist, Exactus, Fulton, Elon, Navy Federal Credit Union. These are all from, April, May, June, lots in July, lots showing on TransUnion here recently, and quite a few on Equifax, one on Experian, right? So count these up. Looks like he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on TransUnion in the last 12 months, and quite a few on Equifax. I would say this client is just about ready for funding, although if these inquiries are able to be disputed, I would recommend sending them through inquiry removal just so that he can clean himself up before preparing for business funding, right? So anyway, I think you get the gist. Today, we really just wanted to make sure that you had access to MyScoreIQ, make sure that you understood how to thoroughly review your credit report and the things to look out for, right? So make sure that you have some revolving accounts that are individual, meaning they're owned by you. Make sure that your credit score up at the top is good. Make sure that you don't have anything in delinquent, derogatory, or collections, right, up there in the summary. Check that all your payments say okay. And lastly, make sure that you're also looking at your inquiries, right? Make sure that you don't have too many recent inquiries. Now, if you kind of just meet these requirements, you don't really see any red flags on your credit report, and you are interested in acquiring business credit, either stay tuned to this channel where we're going to continue dropping free value, or go ahead and fill out the action call link that you're going to see in the caption here, right? We're happy to have a call with you to discuss next steps and see if our completely done for you business funding program is going to be a good fit. If it is, we get about 100 to 150K in 0% interest credit in 30 days for our clients. That could be you for your real estate business. And if your credit profile needs some tweaks or has some things to work on here based on what we've discussed today, send us an email at service@restorafunding.com so that we can get a conversation started and talk about how we can help push you in the right direction to optimize your borrower profile and get you set up the right way for business credit, okay? Anyway, that's all for today. Go ahead and download MyScoreIQ, get your free trial, book an action call if you're qualified, and looking forward to seeing you next time.